Today's video, I'm going to try and play 18 holes. I'm going to drop the ball in play where I expect Bryson's tee shots to end up. And then I'm going to play the rest of the hole from there. Now, I'm a 9 to 10 handicap, and it's going to be interesting to see how many shots I can shave off my round using Bryson's drives. But I'm not simply just going to walk the ball out to 340 yards and drop it into the middle of the fairway. No. I've put some science into this idea. Now, here are some stats for Bryson's game from the PGA Tour. I know he's on Live now, but the PGA Tour stats are sort of more comprehensive than Liv's. I'm not saying the entertainment's better, I'm just saying that the stats are better. PGA Tour's better though. Anyway, Bryson's average tee shot on the PGA Tour was 323 yards. Mental. 322.8 if you've been picky, but still. And he hit the fairway an average of 62%. Now, the fairways on the PGA Tour are probably a little bit narrower than they are around my local golf course at Spalding. So we're going to have to try and take his dispersion into consideration rather than the amount of fairways he hits. Now, on average, according to the PGA Tour, Bryson misses the fairway left and right equally. And on average, he misses the fairway by 9 yards. Now, the average PGA Tour course fairway is about 30 yards wide. So if we say he misses left on average 9 yards, and on average he misses right 9 yards, we're looking at about a 50-yard dispersion. So with that in mind, I'm going to use a randomizer to figure out how far left or right of my target line I need to drop the ball, put it in play. I think that's a pretty fair way of doing it. But I'm going to go one step further. Using my GPS app powered by Arccos, I can take today's weather conditions into consideration. I can take into account the rain, I can take into account the temperature, I can take into account the wind. By using the plays-like yardage in green, I'm going to be able to walk the ball out into play longer or shorter than the actual yardage of 323. So if the hole is downwind, it's going to go more than 323 yards. If it's into wind, it's obviously going to go shorter. And yeah, hopefully that gives us a fairly accurate foundation for this test. Now, let's go back to the golf course and see how low I can go. Right, this first hole at Spalding is always a driver anyway, but there's a hump down the middle of the fairway, sort of a ridge about 270 yards that I hardly ever get past. Well, we're driving like Bryson today, so obviously we're going to get past there. So we're going to walk this ball out to 323 yards. I'm going to use my randomizer to see how far left or right we need to drop the ball. Let's see if we can make a birdie from there. It's so good being this far down the fairway. That randomizer had me at 10 yards right, so we've got 110 yards to the flag, and I've got a 50-degree wedge in hand. I don't think it matters how good your drive is if you hit wedges like that. Oh well. The whole point in this video though is to see how low I would go with Bryson's drives. That means I'm going to hit a few shit wedges. Oh god. I thought I was good at chipping and putting. Oh, 3 pretty bad shots to start there. Bad wedge, bad chip, I think so. And a bad first putt. 1 over already. Right, so we need to walk this ball out to 303 yards, and then that would give us the distance that Bryson would actually be hitting this drive. I'm normally on this flat area of the fairway, but interestingly I'm going to be up in a sort of undulating part of the hole in some rough, but I'm only going to be 50 yards away. Right, so we've literally got 55 yards to the middle of this fairway, green, so to the flag, in some rough. So not ideal, but I'm probably 70 yards closer than what I normally would be, so good opportunity. Oh, get up! Just hit a ridge just in front of the flag, but oh no! It's another missed green. Bit unlucky that time though. It's not just about hitting long drives, is it? You've got to hit the greens with these long drives, but I'm always going to be closer to the hole, so I'm always going to give myself some opportunities. I putt for birdie at least. And turn. Oh, not a bad putt. Oh, good par. So all three's first par 5, and there's 2 bunkers up there on the fairway that I'm normally sort of just behind as a rule. I might get pin high to the one on the right sometimes. If it's downwind, maybe I'll get to the left-hand bunker, but we're into wind today, and Bryson's going to bomb it past both of these bunkers. Looking forward to playing the hole from here, to be honest. All right, we needed a better tee shot from Bryson here, to be honest. We're in the trees left, 22 yards left from the randomizer. Really annoying. Quite a tight hole, this one. Still going to give it a go. Got 200 yards to the middle of the green. So basically, hit this as hard as I can, 5-iron, and hopefully it gets quite a long way up there. You know what, that was a great shot from the trees. We're pin high to the middle of the green. Flag is at the back, and I've got lob wedge in hand. Yeah, it is really handy being this close to the green, but so far I'm not really taking advantage of it. Sit down. Sit, 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 sit. Just hanging on to the back edge. Just popped a little right on me. I'm a hell of a lot closer to the green with my regulation shot, if that makes sense, and means I'm able to hit it closer to the flag than I maybe normally would. Oh, just started it a little bit too far left. Another part. Right, hole 4 is the first hole that's downwind. Got a couple of downwind holes here, and hole 5 is drivable. So, luckily on this hole, we're going to be able to walk this out to 335 yards. Massive drive, and it's only going to be a flick of a wedge in. See if we can make this first birdie of the round, shall we? Oh my god, this drive is huge. We've got 60 yards to this flag. Lob wedge in hand. Got to fly it all the way to the flag here, really, because of that false front. So let's try and get it all the way there. I don't mind if it's too far past. Toe shank. Wow. Not doing Bryson justice here, am I? God. So far, it's definitely not driver for dough. It's lob wedge for dough at the moment. God, those are awful, awful shots. Got a massive putt for par now. Suddenly, I'm just hoping for a bogey after being 60 odd yards away. Oh my days. Oh. Wow. Is that a double bogey from 60 yards away? That hole's pissed me off a bit. A double bogey from 60 odd yards away. Yeah, horrible, horrible hole. But the fifth hole here, we're going to be just past the green on the left-hand side. So, drivable par 4. And yeah, maybe the randomizer can put me on this green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. We have an eagle putt. Now, you know what they say about eagle putts? Never leave them short. Well, I'd do well to leave this one short. It's downhill, right to left. I'm hopeful I can drop this somewhere near the hole and we can get one of those bogeys back. Not a good round so far, 3 over. Chance to get 1 or 2 back here though. Oh, that's a good putt. These greens are a lot faster than they were the other day. Finally, we're taking advantage of one of Bryson's drives. Birdie. Unfortunately, I can't use Bryson's irons on these par 3s. So we've got long par 3, hybrid in hand. Oh my god, this is bad. I don't think it matters how good you drive the ball. If you can't do anything else well, you're never going to score well. That was a terrible shot. Should be pretty good, that. It's like I was never there. Should be a good up and down from where I was. Oh, a couple of good putts there, downhill ones. Bogey off that tee shot, I don't think it's a bad shot to be honest, or a bad hole. But we've given that birdie straight back to 3 over par. You know what this little test or experiment's highlighting to me so far is how important wedges are. But I was just having a think there, walking down 7th hole, we've got par 4 into wind. I'm still 3 over par. I'm really playing some bad golf. And I'd be a hell of a lot worse if I wasn't 300 yards down the fairway. So maybe there is something to be said about hitting the ball as far as you can. We've got a good tee shot to play with here. We're going to be 300 yards down this hole and only 4 yards right of the centre of the fairway. And after this hole, we've got a par 5 downwind. See if we can start playing some better golf, hitting more greens. Again, we're really close to this hole. And I've got a wedge in my hand that I haven't been hitting very well at all. But this time I'm going to go with a 55. Front left flag. I'm going to aim right of it. This is a bit more of a full shot, so hopefully we can hit something decent here. I think it's got to go again. Go, hop up. Yeah, got lucky there. Just snuck its way to pin high. Right then, we have a birdie opportunity again. See if we can put a nice confident putt on it. Get this to the hole. Got to hit it. That is pathetic. Never up, never in. How annoying. Bit of a frustrating par there, especially leaving the putt short. I don't mind making pars if I'm just missing the putts left or right, but leaving them short, dead on line, is a bit annoying, isn't it? But still, a par on the board. I think we're still 3 over par. Now we've got a downwind par 5. See if we can get on in 2. These drives are actually nuts. It really puts it into perspective, sort of how far pros hit the golf ball. Normally, on this hole, I'm not going for it in 2. Now, I've got a 6-iron in hand. It's a better shot at last. Get up. Hit the bank. Just rolling up onto the green. Claps from the gallery. Think we're on the green. An eagle putt. Don't normally have eagle putts, and yeah, I've had a couple today already. We're only on hole 8. This is left to right, downwind. Let's get this one to the hole, shall we? Much better. Tap in birdie. Oh, getting somewhere now, aren't we? Right, par 3 to end this front 9. It's about 140 yards to that front flag. So I'm going to hit a 9-iron. Again, feeling like not hitting tee shots, stiffening me up a little bit. So a couple of practice swings. Loosen back up. Oh, that's so far left. Oh my god, that's bad. That's missing the water left. Oh, Jesus Christ, this is bad. That was another bad par 3 tee shot. I'm almost 50 yards away from this hole. I had a 9-iron in my hand. Bad shot. Well, with pin eye at least. Putt at par. This would be a hell of an up and down, to be fair. Credit where credit's due. I'm going to slot this in for par. Be very, very happy. There's an urban legend that says every putt on the 9th hole at Spalding is straight. Let's put that to the test, shall we? Yep, I aimed it. It'd be interesting to see what Arccos has to say about my putting, because I feel like it's been pretty bad. Right, hole 10. We're 3 over par, not playing great golf. Obviously, I'm hitting some class tee shots. I'm not taking advantage of a lot of them, unfortunately. A couple of birdies and some really bad holes, but these next few tee shots are quite interesting. We've got nearly drivable par 4, definitely drivable par 4. Might even be taking Bryson's 3-wood off the tee on the next one. And a par 5, so I'm hopeful that over the next 3 or 4 holes, we can get a couple of birdies on the card. First hole to try and get a birdie on, 10th. Okay, we've hit it right here on the 10th. We're only 50 yards away. Good to high chance that Bryson wouldn't have actually hit a driver on this hole, because there's a lot of danger up here. There's water left. But to be fair, a lot of room right, so he might have just aimed a long way right. We've got 50 yards to this flag. Let's see if we can put one close and start this birdie train on the back nine. It's not a bad shot. Oh, it's pin eye. Just pitched it a little bit too far. Tough birdie putt now. Birdie putt. Just flew this a little bit too far. Out the rough. Probably should have just pitched it more towards the front of the green, but hitting it here took the false front out of play, and it's still a birdie putt at the end of the day. Oh, I've smashed that. A lot of speed off this, like, downslope to start that putt. Oh, tester. I think this putt is straighter than I think it is. Oh no. Driver for show. Putt for dough, apparently. Not the ideal start to this back nine. Wanted to have a bit of a birdie sort of train start in here because they've got a few easy holes to come. Did not want to start with a bogey. Right, hole 11 is a very, very drivable par 4. It's only 260, 270 yards away, so I'm going to reserve the right to use Bryson's 3-wood or 5-wood instead. I'm going to keep the same dispersion, but yeah, I'm going to hit a 280 yard shot and see where we end up. Right then, randomizers put us 10 yards left of our target line, which puts us closer to the green. And now we've got a chip just off the back of the green, up and down for birdie. Got a lot of green to work with. It's slightly downhill and the flag is in a bowl, so I'm fairly confident I can get this pretty close. Famous last words. Toe shunked this lob wedge earlier today. Just going left. Needed to start it a bit further right, but we're pin high and got a putt for birdie. A good opportunity. Let's see if we can slot this one in. Here we go. Birdie train aboard. Right, this 12th hole is downwind and 320 yards puts us exactly on the green or just over the back. So we're aiming straight at the green. Hopefully the randomizer puts us somewhere near the flag. We're going to aim for the middle of the green. There is OB left of this green, which might be in play. Okay, so we've ended up 22 yards right of the green. So we're aiming for the middle of the green, ended up 22 yards right. We're long. We've got about 30 yards to this front flag. Just need to get it on the green and sort of trickle it out towards the flag. But again, it's so ideal being this close to the hole with my second shot. Oh, I just flew it a little bit too far again. Stop! Might be able to get putter on it, but just flew it a little bit too far. I wish I was a bit closer than this for birdie, but it is what it is. Up and down for par. Yeah, not bad putt. Just misjudged the fringe a bit. Disappointing with pars. Interesting. And we have got a massive opportunity on this par 5 13th hole. This drive, slightly downwind, is probably going to leave me with about 140 yards into the hole. I'm going to have between a pitch and wedge 9-iron into this par 5. That's how big of an advantage Bryson's distance can be. And in the hands of a mid handicap golfer, his drives are really showing to lower my scores. I feel like I'm playing quite badly, like I said earlier on in the video. But the scoring's not that bad. What am I, 3 over par? It's pretty good scoring considering how badly I'm playing. I mean, I toe shanked a lob wedge from 60 yards earlier, double bogeyed from 60 yards earlier. I've had eagle putts where I'd never have eagle putts. Yeah, distance is key, but it does show how important short game is as well. Honestly, this is such an advantage. I've got a 9-iron in my hand into this par 5. And yeah, we've just clung on to the sort of first cut of the rough. 13 yards left in the middle of the fairway. I'd normally have, if I was going for this, I'd normally have a 3-wood or a hybrid. And we've got a bloody 9-iron. So, right, see if we can take advantage. Pop this on the green. Flags at the back, so plenty of green to work with. A little bit fat, but it might just roll up there. Sort of front left. We'll see. Can't see the flag from here. Right, somehow we've ended up miles over the back of the green here, and I'm short-sided, and this is actually a really tough shot. That 9-iron must have gone about 170 yards. Bit of a flyer, maybe. Didn't think I hit it that well, to be honest. Just want to get a par now. It's a pretty good shot. I've got a chance at birdie. Really good shot. Right, we're starting to find something. That was a really good chip. Probably shouldn't have been all the way at the back there with the 9-iron though. See if we can slot this in for birdie. Uphill. Nice and confident. Yeah, nice. Oh, good birdie. We've got another tee shot on 14, which is going to put us on the green. Well, hopefully. Let's see what the randomizer does. But 320 yards to the middle of the green. Yeah, hopefully this randomizer is kind to us. And you've got Bryson's power, and you can just fire at these like par 4 greens without any fear. I mean, it's so easy to score a lot better. Like, what am I now? Like 2 over par, something like that? 2 or 3 over par? And it's all down to these drives. I mean, that 13th hole there, the chip and a putt, was really good. And to be honest with you, that's normally, obviously that's very good, but I have been chipping and putting well, and I haven't really shown that today. Having these opportunities and hitting these tee shots this far, yeah, it just shows how important distance is. Chipping and putting, obviously very important, but as we can see today, I'm not playing my best golf, but I'm scoring my best golf, and all I've changed is the tee shots. Oh, that randomizer's been kind to us. 4 yards right of the middle of the green. Shot. Just right off the back. We've got another eagle putt on a par 4. Another good opportunity. Left the last one short, but it was a bit more of a difficult putt. Let's see if we can get this one to the hole. Oh! Got it to the hole. Just ran on a bit. Birdie putt, we saw it go past. So we should know the line. 5 foot. Yes, good birdie. I'm getting into this now. I feel like I might be able to go under par. Finally found a bit of form with my swing and my putting. Let's see if we can get this under par. I'm running out of time a bit. I've got to fit in with Callaway at 10:45. So I've got about an hour to play 15, 16, 17, 18, 4 holes. Need to crack on a little bit, otherwise I'm going to miss my fitting. This 15th hole is a tough hole when it's into the wind. It's slightly into the wind today. But Bryson's tee shots would be between the long bunker and the bunker on the right hand side, whereas I might be able to drive the ball normally to that bunker on the right hand side, but into the wind I'd probably fall just slightly short of it. So another big advantage here with Bryson's drive. Let's see what the randomizer has to say about us. Right, 10 yards right in the middle of the fairway puts us in the first cut, and we are about 85 yards away. So flag's in the middle. I've got a 55-degree wedge. Nice, smooth, 3/4 one. Put this close. Let's see if we can go 3 in a row. I've lost that completely. Oh, that's such a bad shot, man. I've done that a few times there, haven't I? Just these horrible sort of fat, toey shots that just go nowhere. God. Real opportunity there to go, well, it should have been an easy par. Now I've got to get up and down for par, and yeah, it's not ideal. Haven't had a bogey for a while, and yeah, disappointing shot. Come on then, up and down for par. Bite! Go in! Oh! Just a lot of control out of the rough there, unfortunately. Ran on, but I've got to putt for par. I saw this pretty straight past the hole with the chip, so had a sort of sneak preview of the line. Oof. These bogeys from less than 100 yards away, not good. Wish Bryson was hitting this shot for me. 7 iron, 180 yards downwind. That's off the toe. Might get pin eye. Oh, it's gone miles over. I'm misjudging this wind a lot. My par 3 tee shots have been absolutely horrendous. I've had really difficult second shots every time. And I've bogeyed both of the par 3s so far, and I've got a difficult up and down here. So, not a lot of green to work with. Gonna have to go a little bit high. And hopefully this trickles down towards the flag. Out of this rough, not ideal lie. Bit too long again, I think. Landed soft, but just going to roll off the green. At least they're confident, and at least they're getting onto the green. As you might be able to see, I didn't have a huge amount of green to work with, and out the rough, I was never going to be able to stop it. Doesn't matter how high I hit it. Another long putt for par. I don't like playing golf without Bryson's tee shots. Just didn't turn back in. Good putt at least. Right, we're 3 over par, 2 holes to go. Yeah, and hasn't been my best display with wedges. It's normally a good part of my game, and yeah, sort of eluded me today, unfortunately. But this drive on 17 is going to be about 50 yards away, and normally I'm hitting like a hybrid on this hole. But this hole actually sets up for Bryson quite well, because he loves hitting a draw, and this hole is a sort of dog leg left. I think he would be hitting driver on this hole no matter what. There is a little bit of OB near my landing zone, so hopefully the randomizer doesn't put us in the out of bounds. Alright, we've got 50 yards into this par 4 17th. My playing partner's absolutely stiffed one there from about 160, 170 yards. So I'm gonna have to try and get inside him. 50 yards. Go, go, go. Stop, stop, stop. Not getting a lot of bite at all. I think he's closer. Alright, it is me up first. Playing partner is a little bit closer. Got a bit of a putt off here on the 17th. Taking it a bit more seriously now. When in doubt, it's just straight, isn't it? Misread. Still tap in part. Alright, Colin Simon deserves a birdie after this hole. Just pulled it a bit, didn't you? I'll give it you. We're 3 over par going into the 18th hole. Bryson's a massive drive down this hole. Normally I'm hitting 5 irons short of the ditch that you saw in the flyover. But obviously we're Bryson DeChambeau today, so we are smashing it as far as we can. We're going to be about 30 yards short of the green, so up and down for birdie to finish this round off 2 over par, which would be miles better than any round of golf I've ever played. My best round around here was 79 earlier on in the summer, and I played the best golf I've ever played. And today I've played pretty badly with everything but the driver, obviously. Now my tee shots on par 3s have been pretty horrendous. Anything from 100 yards in was really ropey, and I've basically played every hole from 100 yards in. So yeah, it's been a bit of a disappointing round, but it goes to show how important driving the golf ball is. This whole driver for show, putter for dough thing, yeah, I get it to a certain degree. You obviously need to putt well, but you have to be in play off the tee, and that's something that I'm not at the moment. And being in play off the tee today has helped me shoot my lowest round ever. Obviously it's not going to count, it's not going to go towards my handicap or anything, but this is the lowest round I've ever shot. Distance has obviously been a massive factor with Bryson DeChambeau today, but in play has been the biggest sort of factor in my opinion. It's been an interesting test. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think this has been a sort of interesting experiment? Is it something you guys want to try at home? I have found it very enjoyable playing golf from where I've been playing from. I've just walked over the ditch on the 18th hole. I've never been this far on this hole in one shot. Let's see if we can get up and down for birdie. Alright, we're 40 yards away with this final pitch shot. It's a bit of a difficult one actually. Randomizer could have put us left, and that would have taken this bunker out of play and given me a bit more green to work with, but can't complain. I'm only 40 yards away. Got to take it a little bit higher to try and stop it between the bunker and the flag. Just pushed it a little bit right, but the distance is spot on. Contour of the green, taking it back towards the flag. Do you know what? That was a good last pitch. 4-footer for birdie. It's the closest we've been for birdie, I think, apart from the little tap-ins on the par 4s. Trickled down, missed it. Sound.
Thanks for flying out.
Nice. That's the end of the video, guys. It's a good round of golf. Shame I missed that little birdie putt at the end. I gave myself the par putt, let's be honest. I ended up with what, 75 there? Which is, again, like I said, a good round of golf for me. But before I sign this video off, I'm going to have a look at the stats and see what Arccos says my strokes gained were like with the driver, and obviously with my wedges and my putter as well. Be interesting to see what they have to say about it.
Okay, so let's have a look at what Arccos has to say about this round of golf. First things first, strokes gained. Arccos has my strokes gained for the whole round at +9, which means I played this round of golf like a scratch golfer. As a 9 handicap golfer, I've gained 9 strokes against a 9 handicap golfer. 10.3 of those shots were from the driving. Now, we were expecting my strokes gained from the tee to be astronomical. I was driving like Bryson today, and well, 10.3 shots gained is a hell of a lot. Where I let myself down was fairly obvious. It was in my approach play and in my putting. But according to Arccos, my short game was okay. My chip-in was pretty good. Now, where do those 10.3 shots come from with the drive-in? Well, distance was a massive factor. My average drive today was 314 yards, with my longest being 346. Interestingly, though, I only hit 47% fairways. Now, we saw earlier on in the video with the stats that Bryson hit 62% of fairways. Maybe I just got a little bit unlucky with the randomizer. Maybe where I was aiming, Bryson's tee shots wasn't exactly spot on. But yeah, 47% fairways is less than what you'd expect Bryson to hit. But the distance I was hitting it off the tee meant that I had an average approach of 94 yards. And that is a massive, massive advantage. It's a shame I was so crap with those wedges today. Now, Arccos had me down as losing 1.8 shots to a 9 handicapper with my approach play. And that didn't really show up with the greens in regulation. I hit 67% of the greens, which is almost double what you'd expect from a 9 handicap. The issue was my proximity to the hole. From 100 yards and in, which is what my average approach was today, I was hitting it a lot further away from the flag than a 9 handicap should. So that's where I was losing my shots. Being so close to the green, you'd expect to hit a lot more greens. But as you move on from being a mid-handicap golfer, your proximity to the hole becomes a lot more important. The closer you are to the hole, the more putts you make. And unfortunately, my putting wasn't great today either. I was losing 1.4 strokes to a 9 handicap golfer with my putting. I had 2 3 putts, which isn't great, and I didn't have enough 1 putts. Overall, I had 36 putts, which is obviously 2 putts per hole on average. But it should be less than that because you're going to be chipping and putting more often as well. But it should really be less than 36 putts. So there you go. That's the end of the video. That's how low I can go using Bryson's tee shots. I feel like I could probably go a little bit lower if I was playing a little bit better, but by the by, I'm going to go start working on my driver. Somehow I need to find 60 yards more off the tee. Thanks for taking the time to watch the video, and I'll see you in the next one.